the talk is real and the vibe is raw. This South got something to say. No filters, no faking, just the truth, how we see it. So kick back, tap in, and let's get to it. The Still Country Podcast, Still Country Podcast, Still Country Podcast. Show the money, Still Country Podcast, Still Country Podcast, Still Country Podcast.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Eli Isabell. Welcome to the Still Country Podcast. Happy Thursday, y'all. You're in the right place at the right time. Me and my homeboy here riding shotgun have a great show for y'all tonight. My boy Chad, what's good, baby?
Man, what's going on, man? I can't complain. How you?
Oh man, life is life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. It was a good summer. It's a hot summer, but
Hey, I'll take it because that winter was crazy.
every day you wake up is blessing, though. Winter definitely that was too much.
I'll take it. I like a little winter, just a little bit.
Nah, I'm ready. I'm over it. I'm over all 4 seasons. I want to do the spring, summer, a little bit of fall.
Are you trying to go to Miami somewhere?
Not Miami. More like I'll do Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can get a little seasons down there.
Yeah, correct.
You can get a little something. So, like, see y'all, we got a great show for y'all tonight, man. I have the pleasure of having a great guest. We have one more that's going to be popping up. But I have a great guest that's going to be coming on with us tonight. I've known her since 2000, maybe, give or take. And I'm going to allow her the opportunity to introduce herself because I don't want to misspeak on her behalf of her greatness and accomplishments. Special guest for tonight. Tell the people who you is.
Hi, everyone. I'm Daynell. And actually, Eli, I've known you since 2001, but you're close. I'm currently a student working on my doctorate in school psychology. So I'm in the second year of that program. And I'm just working part-time, just kind of pay the bills while I'm going to school. I am a travel agent, but that's kind of on hold right now because school literally takes my whole life. So I actually quit my full-time job to kind of pursue school more on a full-time basis because school definitely does take a lot of my time. So that's kind of where I am right now. And looking forward to joining the show tonight.
All right. Well, thank you. Listen, guys, before we go any further, please like, subscribe, and share all things Still Country Podcast. Man, show us some love. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. I know it's been a few weeks. It's probably been a month since we had a show. And I'm really unsure how, with this new job situation, how I'm going to be able to manage because it's wearing me out already. But I'm going to figure it out. But yeah, so listen, like, subscribe, and share all things Still Country Podcast. Appreciate the love from y'all. Listen, let's get right into. So Daynell and Chaz, I wanted to read something verbatim that I heard Pastor Keon. I'm not sure. Do you know who he is?
No.
He's the pastor down. I think he's in Texas, Houston, maybe, or somewhere. But he's married to Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, Shawnee O'Neal.
Okay.
So he's Mr. Shawnee. I've never heard of him until he married her. But anyway, who heard of Pastor Keon? I guess you're in that area yet, but now he's a thing. So anyway, Pastor Keon said the other day, if women love their man as much as they love their sons, we would be fine. He said these boys can go down here and score a touchdown at the wrong end of the field, score a basket in the wrong basket, and the moms are going crazy and supporting them like if y'all loved us the way y'all loved y'all sons, would things be much better? And Chaz, I want to get your perspective on it, but we're gonna start with the lady in the house. Daynell, what do you think about that statement about Pastor Keon?
I'm always going to love my son differently. That's my child. I birthed him. So there's that. And that's a different kind of love than the love that I have for a man. So like, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to support my man unconditionally because, if you're my man, I'm rocking with you. I don't want to say good, bad, or indifferent because I'm not a rider. I'm not going to jail with you. But
I respect it.
I'm not going to jail with you, baby. I might snitch on you. Honestly.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, I'm gonna write you though. I'm gonna come do a little visit, put a little couple dollars for your books, but I ain't going to jail for you, baby. But no, I think the love that mother has for their son is different. So I feel like
I respect
that is different, and you're gonna pour differently into your son than you are a man. Just because like that's my son, I'm raising you, I'm grooming you to be a better person. But I'm also not gonna have my son out here thinking like, oh, you scored wrong. Like, let me cheer for you. Like when my son was little and he played soccer, I remember he accidentally scored in the wrong thing. Like he was like in Pee-wee soccer, he's like 3 or something, and his dad is like going crazy. I was like, pump your brakes, player. They're 3. They're 3. They're not grown. But I didn't cheer for my son in that moment, but I also didn't admonish him because I don't want him to think that like you did something bad. You made a mistake. We talked about it after the game, but I'm not going to in the middle of the game like, oh, you messed up. And I'm not also going to cheer for you like, yay, my baby scored. No, you messed up. But I'm gonna still protect you. That's my job as your mom. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't know how to say this nicely. I feel like a lot of men expect to be mothered by their woman, and I'm not in the business of mothering my man. You should already
Oh, that's a whole nother topic.
you should already come put together. Like I don't know what your mama did, but that was her job. My job is to love you from here on out.
Okay, pause. You said a lot right there. Okay, Chad, go ahead, jump in there.
I mean, I definitely respect what she's saying for sure. I mean, I would say I got 2 perspectives because I am a son.
Okay, speak to that.
And then I'm also a father, so I have both perspectives. So as a son, I've watched my mom sacrifice many things that she would never sacrifice for her man, or I mean for her husband, in a sense of that nature. And it's not saying like she wouldn't do for them, but I understand what she means by like a mother's love for her son. It's a little different.
Yeah.
I think even with their daughters, they're not as much loving as they are with their sons.
Okay.
I don't think so. But as a father, I'm definitely I'm not letting I'm not letting nobody's mom of my children go celebrate something wrong in a sport. Because it's a sport. It's a sport. It's not a failure in life. So it's like in the sport that we're playing, I gotta correct you. Even in the middle of the game, I will correct you.
Right.
I will correct my son, but I'm not gonna stop the game.
Right.
I will just yell from the side like, yo, that's the wrong goal. What you doing? And laugh about it. Especially at 3.
Right.
But
sure.
at 13, what are you doing? You playing.
Yeah.
Like, get off the field. That's so those would be my perspectives, but I definitely respect what she's saying from a mother standpoint.
Yeah, let me bring Gwen up to date. So Gwen, really quick, I just read a quote by Pastor Keon. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's married to Shawnee O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, and he said that if women love their man the way they love their sons, we will all be much better for it. And I'm paraphrasing this last part. But and let me, before we went, I want you to jump in there, but let me say this. I think this is what I believe Pastor Keon was getting to. He was talking about the unconditional aspect of it. Not that, you are putting, you wouldn't put a man over your son or any of that. I think he means the unconditional, because you can't divorce your son. You can't get rid of him. You can that man can come and go. So I feel like he's coming from that perspective. And I'm guessing. Yeah. Gwen, what do you, any thoughts about, do you love your son unconditionally? Like he can do no
harm?
Yeah,
I love both my sons unconditionally. I will correct them if they're wrong, but I wouldn't do it in public. You know what I mean? Like if they did something wrong in public or whatever, I'm gonna pull them to the side to correct them, but I wouldn't never like embarrass them and do it in public. But yeah, okay. I love my sons definitely unconditionally. I have 2 sons.
So do y'all love when you're in relationships, do y'all love your man unconditionally? I guess that's the question I want. And Chad, you can speak to that.
Why would I know that?
No, I mean, I'm not putting. I mean, you know what I mean. But this is
exactly. So you gotta be clear with what you mean. Hey, yo, that's crazy.
All right, but yeah, so the unconditional part. Are y'all unconditional when you're in a relationship?
Me, yes, I'm unconditionally in a relationship.
You had to think of. You took a long pause before you said.
No, because I was in a relationship with this guy. He was in a relationship for 2 years, and it was, I don't know. I guess his previous relationships, it was always. I guess he always made it seem like in his previous relationships he made it seem like they only dealt with him or loved him if he did certain things, but that wasn't like that. I wasn't like that. If I'm dealing with you, I'm dealing with you. If I love you, I love you, and my love is definitely unconditionally.
Okay, all right, Danielle.
So I definitely feel like I probably do have some conditions. Like, I don't want to say always unconditional, and not that like I want anything from you. I just want you to reciprocate what I give to you. Like that's my biggest. And like, I want you to reciprocate what I'm putting out. I don't want to feel like I'm putting out everything in a relationship and you're not giving it back to me. I feel like I'm definitely guilty of that a lot, is that I like pour into people, fix people, and then they're not pouring back into me. And I feel like if you're not reciprocating, if you're not returning that same energy, like, what am I doing this for? And I feel like as I've gotten older, I've learned to differentiate people who I can pour into versus people who I can't, because like, you can't pour into everyone the same. So I think
True.
that's my biggest condition. I just need you to love me the way I'm loving you.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah. So from the standpoint of, I don't think that they, I don't think that women can do it unconditionally all the way, unless they're led by God. So like if they're married or they're into their Quran or whatever the case may be, I feel like if you're in tune with that, you'll understand what he means by the husband goes first.
Okay.
You would understand the order and how to maneuver by that. But other than that, they definitely it's they choosing their sons instinct wise, like just natural instinct. They're gonna choose their sons, and you gotta respect that.
My boy.
You gotta respect it.
Go ahead.
You gotta respect that. So yeah, I respect what they saying when it comes to that. Like he tripping, because at the end of the day, a lot of these men be looking, like she said, trying to be mothered by the woman. But some men, we not looking for being mothered by a woman. We just want that type of love in a different way. But it doesn't really come the same way. So we're always yearning for that if you don't have that relationship with your mom anymore, or
Yeah.
you're not in the life that you need to be. So you feel like you need a woman like that. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Everybody answer this. Do y'all think that men who have good relationships with their mothers make better husbands, boyfriends?
I think so.
Or they just mama's boys and they just get on your goddamn nerves. Like where y'all at? Like,
That depends on the man, though.
Yeah, that depends on. It definitely depends on the man, because I knew a guy that was a mama's boy, and he treated his wife like she was gold. He
okay.
he kissed the ground that his wife walked on. He gave her any and everything, and his wife was a bitch and took advantage of that.
The good guys always get the crazy ones.
So yeah, it's like that's. I was just about to say something about that. They're like, whoa. So
Yeah.
is it her fault that she took advantage, or at what point does it become his fault as a man to realize like this is not fruitful for me?
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Because I was always that person. Like no matter my children, I'm never staying in a relationship that's not good for me as well. Because I come first.
Right.
So like I never understood that part of people's lives, because I'd rather just struggle before I'm in a relationship.
The relationship. So if you, I think
I
some
can't
people,
do
if you're
that.
married, I think
It's a lot harder, I'm
it's a lot
sure.
harder to just be like, all right. But if you're just dating and you happen to get pregnant by somebody, some people still stay in those relationships.
Oh, I know.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
You hanging there?
I'm one of those people. I actually, with my older kid's father, I actually stayed in a relationship longer than what I should, because I wanted to make it right for my kids.
Yeah.
But after I couldn't do it no more after 10 years. I couldn't.
That's shout out to you for the stretch.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. Then there, you got anything before we wrap up this little piece right here? I want to move on to the next thing I want to talk about.
No, you move on.
Okay. All right. So listen. All right. So today I was talking to one of my coworkers, and she's 34. She's single. She has no kids. Educated. She's in a sorority. You know, just
She's
pretty good person.
she sounds like a gold mine from the rip.
And so she was telling me, we were talking about,
Okay.
I asked her about her, because I hadn't seen her in a while, in like 8-9 months. So I was asking her about her boyfriend. She said, oh, no, we broke up back in September. And I was like, oh, what happened? She was like, he just wasn't ready to grow up. And she said, one thing I've learned, because he had like 3 little kids. And she was like, I'll never date anybody with children 3 and under anymore. Because the mom of those children was just too involved in the relationship. She was in the mix and she really affected her situation. So I say all that to say, in dating, if you are looking to date, what's the age limit of the kids? She says, I'm only going mid 14, 15 years old. If their kids are not that old, I can't rock with them.
This topic
right there.
This topic is hilarious, because I literally started my dating with kids. I had kids since I was 17, so my whole adulthood with kids. Like the women there's definitely you miss a lot of women that they stand on that, and I respect it. But it all depends on the man and the situation. It all depends on the situations because I've been on both sides and I've seen it do get treacherous with the baby mom stuff. Like I would never want no woman to go through certain things that I've seen or personally been through.
Right.
But
So do you have
there's
an age
another
limit
side.
on dating a woman with kids? What's the, I know
For
you
me
have
now, yeah, I wouldn't
age limit of the children.
I wouldn't even date nobody with children under like probably like 10. Because at that because my kids are 13 and 11. I had them at
Okay.
17.
Right. Okay.
I don't need to raise your children too, but I'm willing to help you raise them. It's a difference.
Right.
Like if I'm there at 2, I'm pretty much there like their other father figure.
You're locked in.
Yeah. Nah, I'm cool. I didn't know. It's a lot with that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Ladies,
nah, it's a lot with that.
what's the age limit of the children when you're dating? Are you even considering that, or it really doesn't matter?
I consider it. And the crazy thing is, I don't know what it is, but I keep meeting people that are significantly younger than me, and then with younger children. Although I did meet someone one time we were dating. He had I think his son was like 2, and he was maybe like 50. Don't ask.
Oh.
Yeah. Needless to say,
This Negro still.
needless to say,
I hope he has more kids, or that was like his only. So at least
honestly, I think that was his only child. Now that I think about it.
okay. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
that was a bucket list type of joint.
Yeah, that was his only kid. And I just remember
Dang.
hanging out and he was like, oh, like my son's with me. Is it okay if we stop by? And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Like he's 2. Who's he telling? Bring him on over. So he comes over with the kid. And then like he fell asleep. Then the kid is up. And then I'm looking at my couch and fruit snacks and juice boxes. I said, oh, this ain't going to work. You got a diaper. I can't do it.
Oh,
I can't do it. I can't
That
do
is
it.
a lot. It's a lot.
My kids are grown. My kids are 21 and 24. They're about to be 25 and 22 next month. I would prefer to date someone with children who are grown and out the house or on their way out the house, self-sufficient.
Facts.
Like I don't want it to, and this is gonna sound horrible because I was a single mom dating. So like I don't want you to be like, oh my kids, I got my kids. Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't hear the kids are as like you know what I mean? Like
you make time. That's a big fact. I didn't see a lot of
So,
single moms. They make time.
Because when I was a single mom, I had plenty of babysitters available. I used my kids as an excuse when I didn't want to deal with them. So I'd be like, oh, my kids. The whole time the kids is with my mama. But I think for me at this point, like I said, I would prefer their kids to be a little bit older, kind of out the house-ish. But definitely like teens, maybe early tweens I could maybe deal with. Because like I said, I do for some reason seem to meet younger people. So I can't say like I don't want to come out with kids because they all got kids and they all seem to be younger kids. But we're not doing toddlers. We're not doing toddlers. I just can't do it.
2-year-old is like a black person in a Subaru. Like that's rare.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. I was just like,
how the mother has to be in her 30s.
Yeah, how old is the
She-
mom?
she's in her 30s. She was young.
God.
Like young girls.
See,
Yeah.
I'm the
And that was
opposite. So
probably
all the
her
women
first
I'm
too.
meeting, they're not.
That was
the
her
women I
first
meet
child.
now. Yeah, nah,
Yeah, that was her
I'm
first
30.
child, his first child. And the thing is, I don't know what their situation was because I never heard of any drama. But then after that, one time we hung out, it was kind of like he was always like, "Oh, me and my son, me and my son." I don't want to do play dates with you and your son. Like,
Yeah, that's one thing I never did. I never did that play. I ain't play with that. No, I ain't do that.
I don't want to be out with your son all the time. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like, I don't want to deal with that. So it kind of fizzled out after that. Like, I don't have to.
Here's
Right.
what I think really was the issue. And for you, Danielle, I think that that motherfucker went to sleep.
Yeah,
That's insane.
and left you up with the baby.
Yeah, you got a little kid. Bro was asleep.
No, that's not okay. Oh, that's
Sleep like your daddy.
That is crazy.
yeah, that's wild. Word.
Like, I'm changing pampers. Like, what am I doing here? I'm too old for this.
How long you known him?
We have been talking at that point maybe about 8 or 9 months, I think. I don't know.
And was it like consistent 8-9 months? Like y'all seeing each other a lot and da da da.
Yeah, like we were like, it was like.
So then that's different because it's like he was at home and the baby, but How often did the baby be with y'all? Well, it's only been 2 years.
It
So
was
it's
one
like,
and done. It was one and done. We did the
That
one
was big. That was it for
after
you.
because
oh yeah,
after
it
that
was a
he kept
wrap.
trying to bring the baby around, and I was like, no.
Oh yeah.
He was like, oh,
See,
you
Yeah.
he was
know,
trying to create a family. He was trying to create a family. You ain't even know it.
no, the son had a mama.
Mm-mm.
I'm not her. I'm not Paula.
I'm holler, y'all.
Gwen, did you hold on? Gwen, did you chime in on this? I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. But
Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
my youngest is 15. Y'all know my three older ones are grown, and I started over myself.
Right.
But I don't want to deal with nobody that has a child younger than mine.
Okay.
Like
I
no,
respect that. I
and
respect that.
I just turned 51, so no, I can't do toddlers no more. No,
The patience ain't the same.
huh?
The patience is not the same.
No, my patience is not the same like it used to be. No. So
Well,
if you have a child from newborn to part 11, I can't do
I
it.
respect that.
well, you know what? I think so. Danielle was lucky because she said there was never any drama, but my coworker, her perspective really came from the kids being so young, and the baby mom was just interfering in their relationship like all the time, to the point where this dude, this is gangster right here. He would go on vacation with the baby mom and the kids, and
Mm.
she couldn't go. Like I
Mm.
was like, what?
That's a red.
Well,
That is a
that's
red flag
yeah,
But
because
but
apparently there was
he
nothing
is
going
still
on.
dealing with that baby mom. That is a red flag.
yeah. I don't know. It could be both ways, but that's a little more to the side of you still dealing with
I
her.
would bring
Yep.
my girl if that was the case. Like if you say my
But
girl can't come, I'm not.
technically, it's not even that. What if it was like, look, you feel me? I'm inviting you, but he don't got the money to afford him and his girl to go, but he still needs to
Well,
experience.
she's
It
getting
was it. Look,
unemployed with no children, so she can go.
oh,
She don't got no kids, just her.
I'm trying to defend both sides. That's my
No, I
pride.
hear
Yeah,
what
I'm
you're saying,
sorry.
but
My bad.
so I just want to say that as an excuse for him not. I think I think they were probably still messing
Yeah,
around,
that's crazy work.
and she has some
Yeah,
kind of
they were still
control.
messing around.
Yeah,
Mm.
so them young kids definitely can be a problem
The trip.
when you
Yeah, because
are.
I'm all for like maintaining a
Babe, come
family,
on. We going to go with the trip with the kids. We out.
but
Not the
no.
no. We gonna meet her
Nope.
down there. Matter of fact, give us the kids. We out.
Mm-mm.
All right, y'all. Listen, let's get into our main topic for tonight. SOS, saving our sons. So I wanted to kind of bring this to the table because of the situation that happened with Nolan Wells. If you're not familiar, Nolan Wells is an 18-year-old college freshman football player down in Mississippi. He went to these barrier islands down in the Gulf in the southern Mississippi, 4th of July, with three of his white friends. They go out on the boat to this little island, and the three white friends all returned with Nolan's wallet, cell phone, and keys, but not with Nolan.
Mhm.
July 6th, after a massive search, his body is found washed up on the beach of that little island. And so this has been a big thing, of course. So sidebar. I'm sick of Benjamin Crump. Can we get another civil rights attorney that can go out and try to get involved with these cases? I'm sick of this bro. Like he's everywhere. He was in Wilmington before the Nolan Wells thing happened. He dropped that because the Wilmington thing wasn't national news.
Yes.
This is how I know is there sincerity in this, or are you just chasing the ambulance? Like when there's a fire, there's a wreck, I'm there.
Respectfully, I'm going to defend my people because they do the same thing. So I respectfully, I gotta play the devil's advocate to that.
I just believe like
But at the end of the day, if someone comes to you and says, "Hey, I have two unfortunate situations.
Mm-hmm.
One can maybe pay you out 20 million. The other might be 100 million when we get done with this. Which one you gonna take?"
Well, if you're doing it because you want to help folks and solve a crime, then that shouldn't even be a factor.
The money shouldn't even matter.
And I respect that.
The money.
I respect that. But
Yeah.
you can't tell a man how to eat.
You can't tell him.
That's how some people roll like that.
But he's just everywhere all the time. So let me go back. So anyway, so I was at sidebar.
Unfortunate, but yeah.
I wanted to be more than one person. So Then they need to change their major, become a lawyer.
Do we have any other
Ben Crump is
big people that could actually take them cases on and win those?
I don't even know if they have to be, because I don't even know if the case. Oh, let me finish reading this, then we'll get
All
into that.
right.
So anyway, his body washed up on the island. They found it, so it became a national story. Ben Crump got involved, of course, and I want to preface everything with what I'm about to say with this. And this is to all black kids out here, young black boys. Everybody you're friendly with is not your friend, because there's no way.
That all the time.
Yes, because if 4 of us leave and we go out on an island in a boat, 4 of us is coming back.
Bro,
I don't give a shit what is going on. And so he didn't make it back. They found his body. So they said that he met a girl and decided to stay back on the island because there was a lot of people out there partying and kicking it. The girl, when interviewed, said he left with his friends. So now we have a discrepancy. And
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, and he's dead. So I mean, I'm just so as far as women, as parents of everyone, not just women, but everybody, parents of black boys. What are y'all thoughts about this whole Nolan Wells situation, and what are we telling our kids going forward?
Didn't the autopsy when it came back? He was missing some stuff, some organs in the throat,
his throat was missing,
and the stomach or something crazy.
Yeah. But Colin Kaepernick paid for a separate one, and the results of that were his death were undetermined. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, you can't find out why this kid is no longer alive. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
So it's a lot of variables. So of course they let the people down in Mississippi do it, but you can't trust that shit. So Colin got involved. I think Tyler Perry got involved. Yeah.
Wow.
So as parents of black boys, what are y'all thoughts on this, and what are we going to be telling our kids going forward?
So, y'all know Eli, you know, my son went to a private school, very predominantly white private school. All his friends, his friend group, white. When he went to college, Ohio State, friend group was white. But I've always been very honest and open with my son about his role as a black man in society from a young age. Like, he knew that what his white friends could do and get away with, he can't. What the ramifications were of being black in America at a young age. So they had this game at his school called Senior Assassin, where it's like you go around and you try to like shoot people, and whoever is like the last man standing wins like a pot of money or whatever. You put in money. And I was like, one of the parents was like, oh, Cam, they told me Cam is like collecting the money for Senior Assassin. I was like, oh. So I was like, yo, you're not playing? And he was like, no. He was like, I'm not trying to get shot. I mean, I'm black. I'm not trying to go on people's property and they see me sneaking around and thinking that something's going on. He's like, I'm not playing.
Absolutely.
Like, that really,
I was about to ask, what they shooting with? What we doing?
It's like water guns or something. Just
them Orby guns and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So it made me realize, like, all my conversations stuck out, and like he remembered all my conversation. But I had sent a picture to my daughter because it was like a picture maybe like after freshman year, like him and his core friend group got together. So it's literally him and 3 white boys, and they're at the lake at his friend's house. And I was like, damn, like, you really like this, like, it was wild to me to like look at this picture and like, this is what this mom literally just saw with her son. I'm like, this is my son's friend group. But I don't know. I feel like my son, I'm not, nothing against Nolan's mom. I don't know what conversation she's had with her son. But it's a lot of hard conversations you have to have. You just have to be very realistic with your kids. Like, we're black. We don't get passes. There is no pass for us. We don't get any grace. And you're a black man. You're definitely not getting any grace. So they know what it is.
Get with God.
Yeah, so we had those conversations. He knew when he went to college, he knew. And he was just always very aware of his blackness, despite going to a very white school. And he very much knew what he can and cannot do, what was acceptable. They were doing like senior week at the beach. He was like, it seems like it's going to be a lot going on. I don't know about that. I said, you can't go. You don't even got to be the bad. I'm going to be the bad guy. You can't go. Because I was reading the group text. He didn't even know I had already read it in the back. I was like, oh, what's going on here? I was like,
yeah, they get wild. My sister went to a predominant.
I didn't even let him know that I read the group text, but I'm reading the group text like, what? Somebody getting some weed? So what? I said, you is not going to the beach with some white boy that's going to be doing drugs and drinking, and you're going to be the
Dang,
only
yeah, I about
black
to say that ain't the only thing they
woman.
doing.
You're not going. You're
Hey,
not going to that shit. So, needless to say, he made the decision for himself because he knew. He was
Right.
like, I don't think this is going to be a good scenario for me. I said,
yeah.
you know what? You're probably right. I was like, just tell them that I said you can't go. I said, if you want to go down for like the day and come back, that's cool. I said, I'll even get a hotel down there and stay, and you can just come to the hotel with me. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, I'm just not even going to go at all. It's fine. But he knew.
That's definitely a tribute to you and his maturity coming together at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So you did a good job of making creating that awareness for him because he needed that at that school. We all I dealt with that with Haley, so we all kind of know what that's like. Gwen, where you at with that? As far as any message you give to your sons and about that?
Well, my conversations with my sons was completely different. For the simple fact that both my oldest son, he went to a predominantly black high school, went to an HBCU when he went to college. So he never really had white friends.
Gotcha.
So the conversation I had with him was be aware of your surroundings because you never know who's around. And also don't be out with hoodies on because somebody white might think that you're doing something in their neighborhood. Don't be out in white neighborhoods late at night, and be respectful to cops.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going on. And if you feel as though your friends is out in the neighborhood doing something wrong, go home. And that's the same thing I tell my youngest son. My youngest son he went to Global Leadership Academy, the school that Will Smith sponsors. Okay. From kindergarten to 8th. Now he goes to an all-boys school, which is predominantly black, boys Latin high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell him the same thing. We live in West Philly. I tell him the same thing. When cops around, be respectful because you never know what their agenda is.
Mm-hmm.
Be in the house before it get dark because I don't. And if you go and stay out late, let me know. Share your location with me, and I will send you. If I can't get there to get you, I will send an Uber.
You know, one thing I tell the teenage boys I work with, I said, you guys have to understand that these cops, they are just regular people with their own biases, prejudices, and their own fears. I says, don't put your life in the decision-making skills of these goofy moms. Because they was goofy cornballs back in the day.
No cap.
When I think about, when I see all of these helicopters that in the military that be crashing, or these planes that be going down military, I remember when I was in the Army, and I remember it being in basic training, right? And then, we would be in formation, and the drill sergeant would yell, right face. We all turn to the right in unison, right? And it will always be a few people going left. Like, they didn't know they left from their right. And then I found out 8 months later, the people that didn't know they left from their right was working on fucking helicopters. I used to go, what the fuck? What the hell? This over there, every time he said right face, they went left. And now you're working on a helicopter. So when we be wondering about all these accidents with the military and stuff like that, it's some goofy ass dudes is fixing on these things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we don't think about that because we think, it's military, they so well trained.
Yeah.
And same with cops, they're well trained, but they come into it. You still might have been slow in high school. You were just able to pass that test. And you could do it. You did just enough to get over it. Remember this: George Bush became president, C student, his whole life.
I always say the cops that be out here. I always say the cops that be out here, like wanting to do crazy stuff to our black men was probably the ones that was being bullied in high school, or was the punks in high school. And now
they girl got took by a black dude. It's all kind of different scenarios that.
Right. And
now you're a cop with a gun and a badge. Yep.
Right, and now you want to hide everything that went on in your childhood behind that badge and think that you can get away with everything that you're doing.
Right, absolutely. Let me go to you because I want to ask you this before you speak about maybe how you feel about this and then what maybe you're instilling in your. You got 2 boys, right?
Mm-hmm. 3
boys. Okay, so I know Chaz is younger than all 3 of us, right? By some significant years. We're not gonna get into ages. But anyway, I know Chaz's generation, they have more, I don't want to say favorable, but they have a more relaxed, correct me if I'm wrong, a more relaxed attitude about race and about how things may or may not play out because of race.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that like My little sister, if I'm 30, she's like 27, 28. She went to a HBCU, but she went to a predominantly white high school, private school.
Right.
So she has both sides. She went to
Okay.
UPenn after Howard.
Pretty
So
good.
she went
Yeah.
HBCU to Ivy League
Yeah.
to now she's in London.
Oh wow.
So
Oh,
she's seen also, but
right.
she's very pro black, like she's with it with all of it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she has different perspective than I do. I think like, but some of her friends are white, but most of her friends are all black.
Mm.
For me, I have friends that are white, but most of my friends are black.
What
But
high
I
school
can
you went to?
walk.
What high school you went to?
I went to Howard,
Howard. Okay.
but I
All right.
grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood for like people that moved into Delaware that were doing good for
Okay.
themselves.
Got it.
So I didn't see that. Like at night, we outside still. So it was that my mom's conversation wasn't come in the house at night. It was when the lights come on, just make sure y'all, y'all not on no BS. But y'all, we was outside till 8, 9 o'clock sometimes 10 at 13, 14 years old. But we in the neighborhood and we was okay with that. Like cops didn't come through my neighborhood.
Right.
So it's, I don't.
Do you foresee having any type of conversation regarding?
Yeah, I keep my boys on. I keep them on their dean when it comes to like, yo, you cannot just be going out doing this and that.
Right.
Even with your boys, even though you live in a predominantly white area, there's still it's a lot of successful black people there, but you still are black. They're not going to let you slide. So it's like, yeah, I do give them that, but their day to day isn't. Oh my God, I gotta watch out. They're in Philly. It's a whole nother ball game.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like Wilmington is even crazy, but it's not Philly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like one side of Philly is bigger than Wilmington.
Exactly.
So when you talk like that, it's like they have to literally, it's do or die. You might not see your son after school today if you don't give him that conversation.
Right.
So their perspectives are definitely going to be different than mine. When I went to school, I got on the bus, went through the neighborhood, got off that bus. I could not come home until later and be like, yeah, I went to the store. I was literally in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
They can't do that.
Mm-mm.
At night, you might get robbed by your own people in your neighborhood. I didn't have to worry about that. So that conversation is totally different. Absolutely. I think, but like my kids and their generation, they don't really worry about that type of like the racist stuff and all that, unless you have parents that have that conversation with them.
Right.
Other than that, they really think it's a good or bad. That's it.
Yeah.
Like that, they don't really even process it sometimes, like because the history is not in schools. They taking it out the books. They taking it out of everything.
And everybody seems to hang out like the same.
Absolutely, it's
Mhm.
mixed. A lot of mixed kids now.
With all that, yeah.
So
all that
yeah.
being said, I still would say you got to. I don't know. You just got to keep your eye on folk. Like I don't give a shit what the scenario, the situation is, how cool we are, and I think
Yeah.
Nolan Wells is a prime example of not, or maybe just having that.
But that's one out of a million black kids that hang out with white people. Like she said, her son's experience is different. So like for me,
But she
I
still
ha-
schooled him on the
that doesn't mean nothing. Because what if he went out and he didn't come back? He doesn't have the right to, just because his mom told him what to do. She don't know what's going to happen when that situation goes down. We don't know. So I'm not defending them, but I'm also saying there's a lot of, like, I've been in a situation where I've had a white person do more for me than my own family would.
Right.
So I can't say it's literally just
We're
because
not
of the
saying
skin of,
every-
you know what I'm saying?
we're not saying every, but I mean,
It's an unfortunate situation because it happens a lot to us.
for me in totality, I
But-
still keep an eye on the situation. When I'm around, if it's more than them than me,
They from Philly, so it's like they homeboys would knock their head off before they think the white person will at this point. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah,
it's a
but
little
you still
different.
have to be aware of that community also.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree,
saying,
but
I don't give them all this extra credit because
no,
Still not me.
That's not majority. I
Still not
yeah,
me.
for sure.
Oh, then I lost it. But let me. I'm gonna hope I can come back to it. Let's move up. I was just wondering. I was thinking about this. If this situation with Nolan Wells had it been, I don't know, Zach Brown, and there was 3 black kids came back from the boat and left the white boy dead on the island.
They
How
all
different-
been arrested.
They've all been arrested, but do they have the resources that them white folk had? And that's where we got to start at. Like our conversations have to stop being what we would have did. No, we need to have the resources in place. They had them resources in place. Their parents and all that was ready for a situation like that.
And they said one of the parents' dad was a judge.
Correct. So
Mom was
Mom,
so
mom.
they was raised to know, hey, if y'all get in a situation with some folk, we
We
got it.
got you.
This was not their first rodeo. Maybe not saying killed a black person, but this was not their first rodeo getting in trouble.
the
I mean,
caveat
but they lawyered up real quick too. But I feel
Correct.
like they know what to do. And the thing is, like, you have to also know what to do. Like, there have been times when,
Yeah.
like, when my kid, because he was a little rumble tumble at sometimes at school. And I remember they was trying to get my baby business one time, and I was like, hold up now. And I had to run one of their games on them. Like, I'm gonna pull you on you. Yeah,
Yup.
I'm gonna pull you on you.
And that's what you got to do sometimes.
And then
Yeah.
I pulled
That's
my
knowledge.
them same white friends whose kids he was hanging out with. Oh, I pulled them into the circle. They're like, oh
Yup.
my, what is happening? Hold on. Let's make some phone
Absolutely.
calls.
Resources.
They're calling because, baby, no, I need y'all. I need y'all on here. Y'all need to be my
Yeah.
allies. Y'all claim to be my friend. Y'all need to protect my kid. Let's go. Come on, girls. And they got it
Yeah.
straightened out. But like, you
That's
do
what's
really
up.
have to know how to play the game because
Yep.
it comes down to literally you have to learn you have to play chess, not checkers, with these people.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Yep.
have to play chess, not checkers, with them. Like, you have to know how to play their game and beat their game. And that is the one thing I will say by like being on like both sides of the fence, because I went to the same private school where my kids went, and like my daughter is very much militant.
Yeah. 100.
Like, she's like, yeah. My son's very much like, whatever. But he also he's not as I don't want to say not as into his blackness. He's very diverse. He's a very eclectic kid.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he's whatever. Like the
He's an
band
artist.
kid.
That's how they are.
He is. He's an artist and he's sensitive about his shit. So yeah, he's the artist. My daughter's the athlete. So
I
um
respect it.
they growing up in that atmosphere, I really learned how to play their game. And the thing is, my son, because he started a lot younger in that school, he learned too about like nepotism and how to play the game and how to use those resources and all that. My daughter's kind of like, no, I'm not putting that. She took the school off of her resume. I said, girl, I paid too much money for you to go to that school to put that on that resume.
Yeah.
I was like, that name rings bells. And she's like, bells for who? Girl, put it back on there.
Yeah.
Put it back on there.
That's it. Open doors for
And
us.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what I mean by like the ignorant side of it. Like, that isn't the way to go about it. It's put it on there, get you in the door, and then you do what you need to do. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we should be doing. Instead, we like, nah, F them, we gonna do it our way. Well, if we get in the door first, maybe we can do something. But we standing outside banging on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me say this. Go back because somebody said something. One of y'all might have been said something that resonated with me. It might have been all of y'all, but anyway, nothing. So even with you said we got to have the resources, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the resources that a black person could have in doesn't matter when you're in uh, Mississippi, and the people who may allegedly or maybe end up accused or not are white, and they have a parent for a judge and good lawyers. So you add in Mississippi, white, nothing we do will trump that down there.
Correct. But listen to everything you just lined up.
Go ahead.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and nothing we can do can trump that. We can come from whatever side we want to, but you got to think about the states you're in. First of all,
Yeah.
you're fighting that
Yeah.
part of it.
See, I've never lived in Mississippi to understand their laws and how it really work.
understand.
And it's a lot of history with us
Coming
down
from
there.
the South, I understand
For sure.
that there are small towns with the circuit court judge. His son-in-law is a prosecuting attorney.
Mm-hmm.
His other son-in-law might be the elected sheriff for that county. Or that
Okay.
town. So there's not
The family runs the town type of
consequences
deal.
for
Okay.
anybody in that family that does anything wrong. That's
Okay.
why, and that's part of why they wanted a separate autopsy, because who knows if the guy at the coroner's office could be the cousin of the judge.
Correct.
So that's why. So it's so many different games that they play. Like you say, they're playing chess. We're trying to play, but we're not even in the room where the chess game is happening. We're at the door knocking, but we're not even in that room where they're playing the chess.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
of just the location of where these things are happening in reference to Nolan. So so let me say, if I had, so my daughter went to predominantly white. She went to a black elementary middle. She went to a predominantly white private high school, and now she's at UD. But that whole time she's at the white private high school, and coming from the pride that, and I will say the pride that black K through 8 instilled in her was phenomenal.
Mhm.
Along with
It's
me
very
chirping in her
important.
ear.
Yeah.
So there was nothing anybody could say or do to her to ever make her feel less than at that private school, because the girls there, they play the game real mean. It's definitely a mean girls club.
Mhm.
And if you don't find your community in there, you will be in a better
Mhm.
situation. So she was
Mhm.
able to actually not have to deal with any of that because of self confidence. Said that does not bother me, and I'm who I am. And she was confident in herself as a person. Now, granted, everybody doesn't have that, and now she's moved on to a university that's majority what it is, and she's found her own
Mhm.
community of color there.
Absolutely.
But I still have to message to her about those people and even our own, unfortunately, because you have to give
So
that message
so
on both
because she's
sides.
in college, here's a quick question for you. Because she's in college and she's at that school where it's predominantly them, if she came home and was dating one of them and he was a stature type of man that you would agree with that was black, but because of his skin tone, would you have a problem with that?
If I have a problem if he was on the other side,
No,
what
because
side?
yes, correct. But he came with the things that you are looking for in the husband that you want for her.
I'm not.
That's a real question for you. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Because you're
what?
at that age where
Okay.
she's going to be doing that within the next 6, 8, years,
So
maybe,
I would
hopefully.
say I would discourage it if she likes this person and he's a good man. I would be disappointed because I felt like I've given her a great example of what a black man can be for her.
Okay, I
So
respect it.
for me, it would be a little bit of a disappointment. I'm a little bit of a disappointment because I don't know. No matter what me and her mom went through or may go through, she has seen me stand and be there for her from the womb to where we are now, and we are like best friends.
Is it the
So I would
same?
be hurt,
Yeah,
low key.
absolutely. Is it the same for all races? Like even if it was Indian, Asian, like all those?
Yeah, they all get the same. They all get the gas face. I mean,
Okay.
but
Okay.
but if she loves
Hey,
this person,
Okay.
huh?
that's half,
African, Jamaican.
I'm half
Africans
Puerto
don't even like
Rican.
black Americans.
I respect that, but
But
I'm saying anything.
I would want her to. I would want somebody. I want her to marry somebody in the image of me because I haven't, in my mind, and at least through our conversations in life, I haven't let her down and made her feel ever. I've given her things she's supposed to have, so you're not impressed by these little peasy dudes. She can come try to
Respect, pop.
push you.
Yeah.
So I would discourage it, but I would be internally. I would feel away. I was just being honest.
Okay.
I would feel away. What
That's
about y'all?
understandable.
If Becky
Yeah.
came to the crib, how y'all feel?
Becky already came to my crib. My son's girlfriend was white. His first little girlfriend was white. Honestly, I'm expecting little mixed grandkids, so I just got to learn how to do that kind of hair because I'm gonna be an involved mom. So like, I'm already kind of like, if he came home with a black girlfriend, I would be like, oh,
Oh, you would be shocked.
I would be shocked. Like my flappers would be gasted. Like I definitely would be shocked. But I'm really expecting her to be white, into like music, arts, one of them kind of girls. Or if she is black, she's definitely gonna be like one of them quirky black girls.
Okay.
I don't think he could do like a super strong will, like militant. That's gonna be too much for him. Like that's not his personality. Like boy is 21, but when I tell you, I went home one weekend and I'm looking in the refrigerator, I'm looking in the kitchen or whatever. Two kids. One kid has cut waters and one kid has a matcha kit. Guess who has the matcha?
His
Guess who's making matcha? She's drinking cut waters. Like you know what I mean? Like they're very different people. So like,
That says a lot.
Yeah, that
You
does.
says a lot.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cut waters. Look,
definitely have to mix it up.
Yo, one be turned, one be chilling. Golly.
Yo,
Wow.
have you had to deal
So
with
yeah,
that?
I'm
You have
expecting like either a quirky little black girl or
Okay.
a Becky, one or the other.
Okay.
And I'm fine. Like honestly, his little white girlfriend he had, she was a very sweet little girl. She was nice. She was in the band like him. Like they nerded out on band stuff. Like it was cute. You know what I mean? She was a sweet girl. Her family was very nice. They went to prom. They went to his prom. Then his dad had to be extra and have like a marching band at the prom send off. And she was like,
Oh, wow.
like, so then his dad looked at her like, don't think about it. We're not doing all that. I was like, oh, but yeah. So I'm expecting, like I said, I'm expecting mixed grandkids from that one. My daughter has told me we had a very interesting conversation. She said if she's dating a white man, she is only dating a white man who is a true white man. She don't want somebody who's acting like they're black. She needs white. And
I
she said
respect
she
that.
needs to come with a couple dollars. She's not dating no broke white man.
This wants to
But we
be
date, but we date broke white, but we'll date broke black men.
She's
What
not
you mean?
dating broke anybody. She's
Oh,
like
okay, all right,
she's
all
like
right.
Eli's daughter.
That part.
No little peasy head. She said no dude is going to Miami her to death. She likes to travel. Like sis gets up
That's
and
right.
travels. Like I'm talking to her one day. She's like, "Oh yeah, me and the girls are planning our next trip. We're going to London in November." Like what?
That part, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I
like
love it.
she's not.
Well, if she want to have a good time, I'll connect her with my little sister. And my sister, she acts out there and all that. She'll make sure they get.
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna need that info. But yeah, she's
Yeah.
not gonna date anybody broke, but she definitely did have an interesting conversation. She said she feels like white men, for the most part, who date black women because they really want to be with that black woman, because most of the time they have something to lose as far as
Absolutely.
status in society.
Absolutely.
A black man who dates a white woman. Like we had a very interesting conversation. I was like, damn, it's kind of deep, girl. But it was really-
that's deep. That's a whole nother
It is.
conversation, though. Yeah.
We might talk
Because like your perspective is just your opinion and how you feel, but like with them, they'll snatch something from them. Like, okay, you don't get some of this inheritance because of that. We don't even be having the inheritance to give away.
yeah.
So it's different when you can tell your daughter, look, I got this for you. If you go come in with a white man, you won't even get 75%. That other 25, I'm gonna keep it for myself.
Right.
Hey, yeah, come on.
Gwen, what about you? Any mixed girlfriends or boyfriends from your children?
No,
Right.
my oldest son, he always been into black women. His girlfriend, his fiance now, she's black. They had my grandson or whatever, but
Awesome.
he always been into black women. My daughters, my oldest daughter, well, my youngest daughter, she's gay, but she always been into black women as well. But my oldest daughter, same thing. She always been to black men as well. People always say that she's passing because I'm half Puerto Rican, and my oldest daughter look more Puerto Rican than I do. So,
wow.
yeah. So she's passing. Put it that way. She's passing
Yeah.
with curly hair, but she always liked black men.
Yeah.
And then my youngest son, he's been in love with the same girl since he was in the 3rd grade. So,
Man.
and since the 3rd grade, I've been buying this girl gifts for Christmas, birthdays, and Valentine's Day. And now they're in the 10th grade.
15-year-old son?
Huh?
This is a 15-year-old that's been in love with the
Yes.
same girl since the 3rd grade. Wow.
Been in love with her since the 3rd grade. Yes. I don't think they talk now because, here in Philly, once they get to the 8th grade, they gotta apply to high schools as if they're applying to colleges.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they get So once you're in the 8th grade, those friends that you had from kindergarten to 8th, you might not see them no more.
Damn.
So so she got like I said, he goes to an all boys school now, and she goes to another school that's in Northeast Philadelphia. So she travels to go to high school now. So I don't even know if they still talk or not.
Oh wow.
I know they see each other.
So listen, I'm gonna let Chaz give his opinion. Then I got one question for all of y'all, and we're gonna wrap up. It's pretty much yes or no. Chaz, you wanna speak? Your kids bringing home. I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna let you say it. Your kids bringing home the opposite race, not an issue for you at all.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's not an issue, but it's definitely not like the end all be all for me.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend a white woman before a foreign woman, or I would say a cultured woman.
Right.
So I'll take the Puerto Rican, I'll take the Mexican, the African, the South American. I'll take all of them before I take the white. But if this white woman is taking care of you and she's treating you as such, and she's not overstepping her boundaries as a white woman in our culture,
Right.
I'm cool with it. Like,
Okay.
long as you happy, I'm good. But
cultural misappropriators are annoying.
yeah, correct. Like, I don't need you coming in the house and every time we have a dish for a holiday, you want to make some black shit. Stop it. Yeah, no, make the shit that I liked when I met you. Woman, that my son liked that. He was like, oh, we don't make that, but I like that. Yeah, bring that.
Right.
So we can introduce that. But don't bring, I want to bring the fried chicken in no, you don't. We got that covered. We good. We straight over here.
I agree with you on that because my
Yeah,
brother,
I'm cool.
I agree with you on that because my brother married, his wife is white, and I love her to death. Like she is the whitest of white, and I love her because
Yeah,
she doesn't, as people would say, act black. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And
I
she's
respect that.
genuinely herself. And whatever, however she got my brother, she's still doing the same thing. And she doesn't try to change him, and he doesn't try to change her.
Oh, that's a whole nother conversation too. But I pitch in
Yeah.
on that. I think it's they're trained a certain way, and it's not they're trained for black men. They're trained in life because they don't
Hmm.
struggle the way we do in certain areas. So when they look at a man, they're looking like I have to serve him. I have to do these things, or else I get the other side. Like
Hmm.
I think that's also part of it too.
I think that that's subjective. So I'll say because women, I think it's also cultural where you're from. Then it's also I think what your mom, what you saw your mom doing. So because black women are they can be
No, I'm not undermining us at
yeah
all. Heck no.
I think it's the house you grew up in and what you see, and that's with all relationships. Like what you see in your
Yeah.
house is pretty much going to be how you conduct yourself in a relationship. So whatever that example was, whether they was feeding it to you or whether you just overheard it or how it went, 9 times out of 10, that's how you're going to be in a relationship for most people. So real quick, y'all, we're at the end. So who show of hands if you would marry outside of your race? I'm gonna say specifically whites. Okay, you marry a white guy, Dave?
Mhm.
Gwen, would you marry a white dude?
No, I know
Chad?
I'm not all black, but yeah, no.
Chad?
I'm on the fence. I didn't. I don't. It's different when like a black woman get mad and a white woman get mad. It can cost you your life, your freedom. Sometimes. I mean, some black women they don't deserve to go. Women don't, period don't deserve to go through the things they go through at certain relationships.
Right.
But that black woman is going to be like, you know what? I'm thinking about your future too, even though you done did some bullshit. Them white women gonna throw that they gonna put you right under, and they not gonna think about it until after the fact, and it's too late. The judge ain't reversing them sentences, shorty. Like,
Right.
yeah, I didn't know.
I,
I don't trust it too much right now. Nah.
I think for me, and then we're here to wrap it up. I think for me, I just need somebody that I can relate to, that understands
Yeah.
why I'm upset at the end of the workday, or understand, if I had a bad interaction with a cop, like, well, did you just comply? Why didn't you just listen?
Yeah,
Like, I
no.
need somebody that can relate to me as a black person.
Correct.
Yeah, that would be my only thing. I
Okay.
need that. And if I were to go there, I'm gonna be honest with you, she might be real fine and rich, because otherwise I can have a subpar. I see a lot of dudes with subpar looking white chicks. I be like you could have got a
Yeah,
subpar
that's
looking
I don't,
white
I don't. Yeah, that's
chick without
poop.
all the scrutiny.
Facts.
What the hell is
That's a
that?
poop.
So shout out to all my brothers who like subpar white women. I ain't mad at y'all. And I'm not mad at anybody.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Who dates outside of their race. I'm just for me, I like being around my folks. That's it. No more, no less. And
But you know what? And this is probably another show topic. I feel like, especially like in school and like working on my doctorate, I feel like I don't want to say pricing myself out of the black man range, but I need like a different level of black men. And I feel like a lot of black men aren't necessarily elevating up to my level. So that's why I would probably have to dip on out there with the white men. Cause like, I'm not saying you have to be a doctor. Like you don't have to be like that, but like, I also want somebody I can have those kind of intellectual conversations with, and I don't feel like I have to change myself up in order to be able to have a conversation with you. Because sometimes I just want to talk nerdy, and you can't talk nerdy with me. So
I totally agree with that. I definitely
Go ahead,
agree with that. No, I definitely agree with that because I notice a lot of guys that I've been meeting have not. I guess because I don't know. I guess because I've worked my way up in my company where, yeah, they're not on my level intellectually. And I'm like, I can't have a decent conversation with you. I can't have an actual intellectual conversation with you without you getting mad or pissed off with me. So yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm still single.
Listen, I think men underestimate the I guess how the weight of intelligence plays because they figure they look good and they got a couple of dollars, and that has traditionally worked. You don't have to be a smart dude if you are handsome and you got a little money, or if you're not.
Hold up, wait a minute. That doesn't work now.
Listen, it has.
Do you see what? No, it still works to this day. Do you see these streamers and these new celebrities and all that? They be dumber than doorknobs and be having the craziest looking shorties. Stop that. It's the money and the fame and that social media and all that. Yeah, duh. It ain't changed. It ain't changed. The goofies is still getting them.
They win it.
It's no hating, but they still getting them. It's the access, especially now. And they cutthroat. These women cutthroat. These young shorties is crazy. They want that fame.
Well, listen. We
Yeah,
can,
they
we,
want
we
it.
can revisit. It's a couple of things that we touched on that we didn't. That I think we could.
Yes.
But listen, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming on with me tonight. I appreciate y'all. Gwen, thanks for stepping in at the 11th hour.
What?
No problem.
Appreciate you, Shorty. Day now. Slim Doug, appreciate you. Congratulations on everything you got going on.
Thank
Chaz,
you.
you again, my brother. Listen,
Absolutely.
thank y'all, and everybody who tuned in tonight and who will see this in the future. Thank you. You can stream this show tomorrow on Spotify, Amazon, and iHeartRadio. Y'all have a great night. Peace.
Straight out the South, Arkansas, where the talk is real and the vibe is raw. This South got something to say. No filters, no faking, just the truth, how we see it. So kick back, tap in, and let's get to it.